field corn this morning. We've got a fairly decent chance of rain. When I say fairly decent, that's 50-50. I think we have, when they say 50-50, they usually get a better quantity than when we have them 80 and 90%. Dirty windows, can't see nothing. But the corn has finally woke up and looks like something. Looks good. Count rows here, 26 between tracks. Nine, 10, 11, 12. Shit, lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 there with the dark tall one. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 right here in this short spot. There's a big pile of hay, I guess. 26. Ah, I got just a little sliver left. How annoying. Come on. This thing here just blah, 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 blah. Unless you put your hand on it and hold it, which your hand is usually there anyway. Running the boom controls. It's just annoying as heck. Got a blank spot there. That comes from, anybody know? The little darn gophers will come along and dig up my seed. Them little 13 striped gophers. Little buggers. Sometimes I drive around with a 5-gallon bucket of shell corn or something, and just after it's planted and scatter it on top of the ground, they can eat that, because they will wipe out a lot. Them little buggers are hungry. But this corn looks a lot better than the last time. Finally grew a little bit. Looks like corn.
Today's Best Country US 92 with the Brothers Osborne and Ron here at 7:57. But we're also thinking about mimosas in Champaign. Mimosa Fest coming up in downtown Norfolk this Saturday. That was actually one of the questions that we had this morning on the $1,000 Minute is what kind of alcohol goes in a mimosa? Dawn from Clarkson knew the answer, that it was champagne. In fact, she knew the answer to all 10 this morning. Congratulations to Dawn. On US 92. Our check the News Channel Nebraska newsroom here in just a moment. Get a look at our forecast. Looks like Tim McGraw not too far. US 92.
That's not what I want to do. I want down.
Well, let me ask you a question. After all the research and a 5-minute test, how do you really know?
Sometimes you gotta
reliable pre-owned car? The answer is
bounce them booms in the cradle.
Ernst Group has you covered. Every Ernst Blue certified vehicle comes with 2.
Well, we'll go to the next patch. Well, we made it to our favorite little corner. It's not quite big enough to fit into, but we managed to get it sprayed somehow. I wanted to show you these blank spots in the field. Some guys got deer and what else? Woodchucks. I got gophers. So, well, let's get in. I'll get this corner sprayed here. It's kind of a pain in the butt, and then we'll look at the corn while we are spraying this patch. I don't like to plant too close to the fences here. I like to leave at least enough, maybe one row. I could maybe splice in one more row next to the fence. That keeps the cows from. You plant right up to next to the fence. The corn will lean over there, or the leaves reach out, and then the cows start reaching through the fence. The next thing you know, we're grazing the cornfield. So let's see, we got a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the narrow one. 7 is the next one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 is what we skipped. Put the right there is where I'm going to put the nose of the sprayer. Right down this one. Alright, let's go. That says I'm off a row. I must have miscounted. Thanks a lot, guys. We're going to drive right through them spots the gophers decided to eat. Maybe you can still see the little tiny holes that where they dug up each seed. Divot, 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 divot. They just go right, you see right here. See those divots? Maybe you can't tell on divot, 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 divot. Maybe on where the cob was. Divot, divot, divot. They just dig up where each seed was. And they pretty big area. Size of 2 pickups right here. I don't want to get too far out into this sprayed stuff. Or I mean at all. But you can see down there's some spots. Where they just cleaned it up. Gotta feed them buggers. They're hungry in the spring. So, good enough. Later. Haven't ever showed this, I don't think, but this is my mix sheets that I print up. I just got a little app on the phone and I plug in whatever I want. Like my acres, how many gallons I'm running, and then the ingredients. So on this one we were running ammonium sulfate, atrazine, Callisto, and Roundup. And then you just plug in your rates and I print it off. I don't know, takes a little longer time than it is just to sit down and write it out by hand, as you got to go through and plug all that in, like whether you're using dry ounces. Callisto there, see there's an error. Callisto is a liquid, and I picked the wrong ounces, but luckily it still says 90 ounces. It didn't convert it to pounds or anything, so you can make an error with it, I guess. The next one we're going to load up the same mix, but just for more acres. So I don't know, it's slower to do it this way than it is just to write it out by hand on a piece of scratch paper, but my bookkeeper really likes this, so, and I can just print it off right off of here, so that's what we do. So let's mix up another batch and get done this morning while it's cool. Oh, I forgot to mention, this also tells you the mixing order. So if you got a bunch of different things that you don't know which to add first, sometimes it makes a difference. You just go right down the list here. It'll put it in order the way that you want it, the way that they want you to add it. Yesterday I was spraying some Status. They had the Status added first, and then the AMS. So it doesn't matter which way you enter your products into the app, it's gonna spit them out in the correct order of mixing. So that's handy. Sometimes I wonder what's supposed to be added first and what's not. So chance of rain Thursday night, Friday morning, so let's hope. Later.